I learned about Lifeline back in May of 2016. I was at a point in my life where addiction, confusion, just rebellion on my part from what I knew was right. My wife and I just started to look for some programs that could help my particular situation, and we looked through an ad in the paper. And Lifeline, it was Victory Home at that time, but Lifeline was something that we thought would be appropriate for our needs, and it was. And so basically we learned about it through an ad in the paper. My role with Lifeline right now and my involvement with the ministry is an assistant to the pastor, and I'm an assistant to the men's director. Basically, I'm at a point where I have a lot of latitude as far as just standing in the gap wherever something is needed, whether it's counseling, whether it's driving the truck for pickups, working in the store. I try to be a help wherever I can and exercise the strengths that God has given me to do it with excellence. The vision and mission of Lifeline is to reach out to those who are disenfranchised or poverty-stricken, dealing with addiction, dealing with homelessness, alcoholism, and to give them an opportunity not only to hear the gospel, not only to see what it looks like to be involved in a ministry where God is working, but also to give them an idea of what it is to be a productive member of society as well, by giving them opportunities to work. A lot of men and women come into this program and they're not accustomed to living day-to-day life with a sense of normality. So we try to give them an opportunity to know what it is to work, to have structure in their life, and also to understand who God is and God's desire for them to know who He is, and for them to have a desire to be in God's family. And so through the discipleship, through work ethic, and through counseling, we try to give all men and women who do not have a chance or feel like they have no hope, to give them a chance and give them hope. People hear the gospel, people are being saved through various means, but primarily through discipleship classes and counseling. We do discipleship classes 4 days a week in the morning, and also in the evening, if the schedule permits. We dedicate about an hour, and there is a methodology to the displaying of the gospel through making them aware of what temptation is, what that gospel is, what it is to evangelize, and what their relationship to God is at that point as a sinner, and what it can be in terms of being saved. And we try to do that for them as much as possible, not only in the classes, but on an individual basis, and more of a counselor setting. And sometimes people will just make requests, going through various things and having various problems, and we just try to dedicate as much time we can to people's individual needs. Training in life skills, I think the best way to describe it for a man or woman that comes into the program who are coming from neighborhoods where it's drug-ridden, all they knew was a hustling kind of lifestyle, or selling drugs or things of that nature, or maybe they were in a relationship that was toxic or unfruitful, unhealthy. And so their understanding of life doesn't involve working. It involves cutting corners, living off the government, things of that nature. So when they come to Lifeline, they immediately start to recognize that every day they wake up, there's going to be tasks in front of them, and they're going to have to accomplish those tasks. And it gives them a better understanding of what it is to have goals in their life, to actually have a plan for their life and not live by the wind or by the seat of their pants and letting situations dictate their decisions, but for them to actually be proactive in their own recovery and proactive in what they need on a day-to-day basis, teaching personal responsibility and accountability. There's lots of ways to get involved with Lifeline. Prayer support is definitely needed. You can come visit the thrift stores and donate with your patronage. You can also partner up with us in various ways, but definitely prayer, donating to the ministry, and making purchases at our thrift store. There are volunteer opportunities with Lifeline. You can come to the church and help serve, help in the kitchen. At our thrift stores, you can come and volunteer your time, helping with organization of the thrift store, pickups and deliveries. You can also sit in with the discipleship classes in the evenings. We also have a food bank that needs help Tuesdays and Fridays, and that's also an opportunity for volunteering. I do what I do because my goal in life right now, my primary goal is to be obedient to the Father and what He would have me to do. I enjoy seeing a person who was dead in sins and in transgressions being made alive again. There's no greater joy to me because that's what happened to me. And I know the effect that it's had on my soul and the effect that it's had on my family and the effect on everyone that comes in my path. So I would have that be the same story and the same testimony for everyone that walks through Lifeline that has no hope. Lifeline and any other ministry out there, we're all brothers and sisters in this walk and in our task that the Father has to give us. And I pray that we all come together and help one another, love one another. Always remember that that everyone you meet on a day-to-day basis that doesn't have Christ needs Christ, and they desperately need to be in God's family, not only for the betterment of themselves, but for the betterment of everyone around them.
I want to invite you to take a look at our website, revelationstvseries.org. It's produced by Horizon Media Studios. It's a 501c3 media ministry, and what we're doing is helping other ministries tell their story. Homeless shelters and children's homes, Bible colleges, seminaries, mission sending agencies. With your help, we can continue to help tell their story, to inspire the world, to shine their light and let God get the glory for the work that's being done in advancing the kingdom of Jesus Christ.